Okay, so for this assignment, we're going to create a painting similar to that Dr. Seuss with the color pencil that we did before, but this time we'll be doing it again using tints, tones, and shades to make this appear to have volume to the shapes here. And the way that we're going to do that is they're going to start with making at least 3 or 4 lines across the page, just as we started the last one. So again, just these sort of wavy lines going across the page. 2, 3, 4, and I'll do a 5th one over here. Again, sort of wavy lines. And then we're going to have those curved arches going sort of around the shape. Okay? Now, you can give it even more depth as you're doing the drawing part. Whenever it gets wider, if you have these spaced more, and then when it gets tighter, you have them closer together. So that will also give another sort of, so now that it's getting to a wider area, it's as if it's stretching out. I'm going to space these out even more, and then as it gets closer and more narrow, they'll get closer together. All right, that'll give it some more depth as well. And then, just as before, I'm going to turn the paper. I'm going to arch them now going this way. And remember that these do not need to match up. It's actually better if they don't match up. And again, this is kind of a wider area. Make it even more curved. And then pinching it, it gets closer. Okay, and you're going to continue. Again, once I do that row, then I'll come back and do this row, arching this way. And so here's one that I've already done, finished the drawing part. And now I'm going to do the painting part. So you can do it like this one example here where it's more almost rainbow, greens, blues, purple, red. Or you can do it like that, where you do the tints, tones, and shades. Or as we did before, where we did these striped using contrasting colors. So I'm going to do this one with the stripe. And it's up to you if you want to do the solid ones where you use the tints, tones, and shades. Just remember that what we're looking for is a separation between each sort of band. Each one is a different tint, tone, or a shade in these. So I didn't just paint the whole thing a solid color. I painted each one individually with a different mixture. Okay, so now I'm going to do yellow in between here. And so I like to have a couple of brushes, one dry brush that I can use to blend with. And so I'm going to do this one in yellow, a contrasting color. And so I'm going to start with actually, I'm going to start with doing the shadows on this one. And I'm going to mix in just a tiny bit of the black into the yellow. Just a tiny bit. Sort of makes this mustard yellow color. And you'll see that I'm going to just do a couple at a time because this paint dries pretty quickly. And I'll brush that in, the shadows. Now I'm going to take a separate brush and go for the yellow that's not mixed at all. So now is the unmixed yellow, and I'm going to brush that in. And then in the very last one, I'm going to use the white, mix in a little bit of the white into the yellow. Mix those in. And I'm going to put that into the center. So again, just as before, I'm going to clean this brush out a little bit so I can use it to kind of blend it together. Now, you might have a completely different blending technique Or you might try some different blending techniques on each one. You know, they all don't have to have the exact same blending technique throughout. This is a time to kind of experiment with these blending techniques to make it, again, where the edges are, that's the darker area, and then where the top part is the lighter area or the highlight, so that it gives it this volume. It appears to have a volume to the shapes here. And again, here's the one I did before. You can see some areas are really, really highlighted. It almost has a metallic look to it when you do those really harsh highlights here, really bright highlights. Some of them are more blended, some of them are more extreme as far as contrast to give it that volume. All right, so again, up to you if you want to do one color each, or if you want to do the bands of contrasting colors. That's up to you. And so have fun and good luck.